Pit, the little show about big things, Monday to Friday at noon. And thank you guys for watching. Today is Wednesday, January 8th, and a couple more days, and January is over, and we're into February. We got a great show lined up for you guys today. My good friend, a very good friend for many years. We worked together at Jilly's for a lot of years. Her name is Gina Fazio, and she's one of the managers at the Lazy Cloud Bed and Breakfast in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, and Fontana, Wisconsin. We're going to have her on in the second half of the show right after the weather, so make tuned for that. Guys, number one, check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Call it 847-669-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, the men and women in the military. Let's thank our veterans who fought for our mostly. Thank you all for watching the show live from the Tony Ocean Show Facebook page, the Mo Carrara Facebook. We're on LinkedIn. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter. 5 different social media outlets that you can watch this show Monday through Friday. Lunchtime fun. It's showtime. Seventh Heaven, take it away, boys. It's time to do some more.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
There it is again. How about our good friends from 7? Thank you, Seventh Heaven. Sorry, I pushed the wrong one. I pushed the exit show instead of a song instead of the intro. That was our good friend. We need to talk this. We're talking about our major sponsor, of course, it's from Ace Hardware. Ace is by a local helping neighbor before they were friends from Ace. And a lot of good stuff happened here at Ace Hardware, folks, because they're always taking care of mom and dad and the regular places. So JRC Ace Hardware. Norridge, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, Fox River Grove, Mesa, Arizona, Richmond, Illinois, and let's not forget the brand new one coming on Harlem Avenue in Elmwood Park in October of 2026. Notable red hot buys. If you get your seeds, it's time to get your seeds started. 8-quart Miracle Grow seed starter mix and or indoor plant mix is 2 for $12. Select 16-quart bags are 2 for $18. Stock up and save. Buy 3, get 1 free of Ace Basic pleated air filters. And did you know that not all LED bulbs are harsh, cool, and white? They also come in bright white, warm white. Get a 10-pack of F-Fight LED light bulbs, only $9.99. That's less than $1 per bulb. And that's just some of the great deals that they have at Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before the neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware, my good buddy Raffaello and Jackie, of course. Ace is the place. All right. So what do we got to talk about? First of all, we want to thank again yesterday, Twisted Tuesday with my co-host Carol Brandolino. She'll be back again tomorrow for Toxic Thursday. And Friday, my good guest, the great piano man, Chicago piano man, of course, Nick Sahajas, him and his lovely wife, Phyllis, the first lady of music. That's right. They're going to be live in Los Angeles coming to you from the Grammys. They're there because Nick is a voting member for the first time this year, and they'll be there and tell me all about the Grammys. And that's Friday's guest, so make sure you guys tune in on that. Yesterday I had Caroline, of course. My wife Laura made a little bit of a appearance yesterday, and her and Laura and my wife Laura and Carol got something going to be, they're brewing in works. They're going to be doing something here on this show on Wednesdays about women. We're going to make a big announcement about that. Cool. And we're going to have Laura come in on some of the Thursdays as well. Laura will pop in tomorrow. But we got a lot of shit going on in the house, folks. We're rebuilding the whole kitchen, remodeling everything, working around the clock, trying to get everything done. And it's been crazy. And of course, the big news again. Me and Laura again have been grandparents for the second time. Our son Tony and Ange. We have a baby boy, Dominic Vincent Carrara. If you guys all know that my son Tony took my last name. So it's a Carrara boy, and he's doing fantastic. And I hear some news that the parents and the baby might be going home today. So how cool is that? Thank you for all the texts and all the calls, and we do really appreciate that very much. We're just very excited. Now, tonight we're back. Our first show back from the Chicago Music Cruise. Tonight we'll be at Rosario's in Roselle. That is a 7:30 hit with Double T, Tony Toto. Tomorrow, back at Positano's in Oak Brook with Double T, Tony Toto, and Lisa P coming back from Florida. So make sure you guys Thursday night for retro night. It'll be a lot of fun. Friday, I'm back to Chicago Prime, my hometown, baby, my home place. Of course, I've been at Chicago Prime now for 8 years every Friday. We're back there with the professor, Daryl Armenstad. And Saturday, we'll be going all the way to the south side of Chicago at Big Sammy's in lovely Plainfield. Sammy and his crew do a great job. They got great food. That's a busy week coming up. So what are we talking about here? A lot to talk about. Big news, folks. Big news. Former First Lady Michelle Obama hospitalized after her testicles froze on her leg during the anti-I speech. Oh, that's a funny joke. Only kidding, but we need to kick a little hammer, kick a little fun in there, right? All right, let's see who's watching. I'm sure I'm going to get some shit from that. But let me see who's watching. If anybody's watching today, yes, of course. Hey, guys, I can see you today. How you doing? Ryan Lewis, Dave, Professor Armenstad, Scott, how are you doing? Welcome to Ocean's Pit. Connie, I hope you're doing. Ellie Weinhardt. Ellie's watching. She's the #1 Joan Rivers impersonator. She was in the movie A League of Her Own with Madonna and Tom Hanks. Ellie Weinhardt, check out her show. Felix Greco, another great singer in Chicago. Ronnie B, shaking Elvis in the house. All right, so we kicked off with a little joke. Here's something I gotta let you guys know. Stop getting too close to take selfie pictures. What's wrong with you people? These are wild animals. There's a guy just got mauled by a snow leopard to try to get close to a snow leopard and take a picture of it, like a selfie. It's a leopard. What's wrong with you people? Carol Brandolino in the house. See you tomorrow at Toxic Thursday. Alderman Dick Sayed in the house. Say it again with Dick. My good buddy Carlo, what's up, Pally? Captain Rick, step up. Anyway, that's what some people are doing. How about the lady who tried to take a picture with a shark? A selfie with a shark. These people are whacked out. I mean, that's crazy. Completely nuts, right? What are you going to do? All right, let's talk about Amazon Fresh and Amazon Go grocery stores. Looks like they're closing a whole bunch of at least a whole bunch of the stores are actually closing. 10 of them are going to be turned into Whole Foods. And they're saying Amazon is starting to lay off a lot of people, a lot of employees. I guess UPS is going to lay off 30,000 jobs, closing 24 facilities. This is UPS. UPS was always busy, but maybe Amazon's doing it now. Who knows? But we know some people that work at UPS. I never thought cutting 30,000 jobs, closing 24 facilities. Wow. Amazon Fresh closing. It's crazy. Nuts. I think they're closing to school. School closings are closing in Chicago. 6. St. Jerome, one of them was St. Francis, Morga. Catholic schools, Catholic churches. We know that this world is in trouble. And it doesn't really make a difference what political side you're on. You all know what side I'm on. That's not the point. The point I'm trying to say is when we're getting rid of family values and we're getting rid of God. And look, I'm the last guy to talk about, holy roll or anything like that. But got to believe in something. Randy, how are you doing, buddy? Getting my tan on as we speak. Spray, that is. Okay, there you go, Carol. Double T, what's up, buddy? But you see that the religion, and you can't talk about religion. You can't talk about politics. You can't. But you can't even talk to a normal conversation when it comes to stuff like this. And it's just mind-boggling to me. They were having some political Democratic people on some news thing, and they're trying to get. They asked them a simple question: can a man become a woman? And nobody can give you an answer. This is where the world is coming to, folks. It's just mind-boggling. I don't care what people do with their life; it's their life. But what I do say to you guys is, when they start pushing it on kids, I'm very down on that, and I think that's a lot of people can draw the line. But it's absolutely nuts. And now that these Catholic schools are closing, everybody, of course, plays Sammy conversation with my good in Ocean's Rat Pack, Elliot Winbush, and he's a member too. But I remember I'm asking, and past these church, to go on Christmas and Easter, and that's that. I mean, I pray every day. The $25 gift card from A+1 Italian Steakhouse. You got a gift card coming, Jimmy Hammer. So Jimmy, send me your address, buddy, and I'll put this in the mail for my buddy Jimmy, who won the contest. Anyway, so it's crazy, and schools are closed. What are they going to do with these churches? And like I said, I pray every day. I got a cross in my car. I get in the car, I say, thank you, Lord, for everything I got. When I finish my gigs, hey, thank you for a great crowd. But it's just amazing how it just seems like it's getting worse and worse and worse. And it's really scary. It really is. Also, January 28th, 1986, of course, 40 years ago, the shuttle Challenger took off in 73 seconds. It exploded, killed almost 7 to 8 astronauts. Horrible tragedy. 40 years ago today. It's sad in this crazy world that we're living in. Ryan, how are you doing, buddy? Mess up is the church. And you know what? You're right, buddy. First of all, when you're talking about the whole thing with the priest and the kids and all this crap, we've had discussions on this show about that before. And it's just sad that you can't, even schools now, teachers. I mean, I've got stories that I pulled up, and I probably won't mention today because we have a guest on. But, teachers now, I feel bad for certain teachers. I mean, you think of these teachers right now, they apply to become and try to help kids, but when they get into the system, they can't do shit. I remember my teacher gave me a whack when I got out of line, and believe me, some of those teachers made me came out pretty good for myself, And I just feel sorry for the younger generation now. It's pretty scary. It's pretty scary. It really is. All right, what do we got here, folks? For all you comic book fans out there, Sal Buscema, he was one of the comic artists who designed Hulk, Spider-Man, and a couple other ones. He was a designer for comic books, passed away at the age of 89 years old. And in the music world, Francis Buchholz, he was one of the original bass players for the band Scorpions from Germany. I love Scorpions. He passed away as well, one of the original members of Scorpions. And with all this crazy shit on right now, like now they got Bill. I'm not a fan of Bill O'Reilly. It's biological. Man can get pregnant. Where does the baby come from? They're hanging and banging. That's a good one. If they get pregnant, where does the baby come out? And I actually, folks, I've been asking since 2020, since the flu, since COVID, whatever you want to call it, to try to get a doctor on my show. And nobody will talk to us. I got one guy, one doctor that said, Tony, I'll be more than happy to come on the show and answer any questions you have, considering the shot with COVID and considering certain things. And I'm happy he's going to be on, and we're going to get him on sometime in the mid-February. But it's going to be interesting because he said no questions will be. I'll answer all the questions. I'm an open book. You can't get too many doctors that even my doctor told me and my family not to get that shot in 2020. Told my mother not to get it. So it's so mixed up. We got to this point in our world, and it doesn't seem like it's getting better. But Bill O'Reilly, he says that the ICE riots are funded and paid by a billionaire in Singapore and Beijing, Naval Roy. He's the one that's and there's got to be guys, organizations, there's got to be people out there that are paying some of these people to riot, whether it's against ICE, whether it's against everything. Because if you remember, some of these people, like the girl, unfortunately, what happened with her, she got shot. I got it. But she dropped off her kids at daycare and then went out to protest. I don't care what people protest. We should be able to protest. I mean, it's right. It's an American. It's the greatest country in the world. But peaceful protesting. And obviously, some of these people, their agenda is not to be peaceful. And they say, why aren't you at work? And some of the questions, some of they were answered, we are. That means they're getting paid to do all this stuff. It's crazy. You know, your number one priority as a parent to take family first and your children. Let's drop off your children at daycare and then let's go cause problems. And now this poor woman, she ain't going back to her kids. Again, a whole thing. If you're going to a protest and you have a gun, whether you're waving it in your air or it's on you in your pocket, why are you bringing it? Why are you bringing it? Protest like the old days you used to protest. Nothing wrong with that. You have the right to it, United States of America. Protest. But when you go out, this is getting crazy in Minneapolis over there. It's just nuts. It's a shit show over there. Just nuts. And the corruption. It's nuts, Francine. I'm glad you guys made it back to Tennessee from the cruise. I heard you guys were a couple of days that you, a couple of them make it. They were canceled. Their flights were canceled, but I'm glad you guys are back. And if you hear any banging, and that's the kitchen guys upstairs doing all the work. Boyd, the problem is that she is shot in the face 3 times unnecessarily. Same thing with the guy in Minnesota. Give me a quick break. All right. I got it. Boyd, you're right. If the first shot, whatever, was wrong, I got it. But why be there in the first place? That's the problem. I agree with you. Do I believe in ICE? I think ICE, I do. I believe they were here to do the right thing. I think sometimes they're taking things a little out of hand, but we're going to argue this all the time. And you guys know it is what it is. But it needs to stop somehow, some way. And I'm hoping things get better before they get worse. You know what I mean? Boyd, thank you for your comments and all your comments coming in, good or bad. I want them because that's what it's about. We're a live show. We're not taped. We're not erasing anything. This is what it's about. Tiffany Scott says, hi, they are absolutely paid rioters. Peaceful protesters are only way. No one will take a protest seriously anymore because paid protesters. I wish he did not bring a gun. And I wish the ICE agents wouldn't have shot people. Of course, we didn't want them to shoot people. Pressed. Say what you got to say. Wear a sign. Do what you got to do. Unfortunately, bad things happen. But if you keep sticking up for the bad guy, I'm not sticking up for the bad guy, Boyd. What I'm trying to say is, I don't know, man. Robert General, how you doing? I don't know what I would do in that situation. What would you do in that situation? You are supposed to protect. I don't know. Maybe they got a little extra power. Probably they got that maybe ego thing. I don't know. It's almost like, remember one bad cop. Now all the cops are bad. You know what I mean? So I got your point, Boyd. I got your point, buddy. I do appreciate it. And like I said, so anyway, folks, right after the weather, my good friend Gina Fazio from the Lazy Cloud Bed and Breakfast will be joining us. from Lake Geneva. It's a great place. We were there once, me and Laura, and a lot of people, my friends, have been there. So they got some specials going on. She's coming on about 12:30 right after the JRC Ace Hardware Minute. All right, what else we got here? Now, here's something. This is exactly true. Kathy, how are you doing? Jeanette, how are you doing? James, stay out of the way of ICE. Let them do their job. Do we follow the police around every day? Good point on that one, too. And that just goes to, if you're there for a regular protest, you're probably not getting harassed. It's when you go to different extremes and you take that to a different action. But of course, guys, remember, when you get to that anxiety or craziness that's going on, unfortunately, sometimes bad things happen. And hopefully they'll just make it, try to improve things better so stuff like this doesn't happen. But it goes on both sides. It's not just the ICE guys, it's some of these protesters too. There's certain ways to do things on both levels, both ways. All right, so here's a quote I love. No one is always busy. It just depends on what number you are. I'm learning that, as you guys, as you know, we're all busy. Every single one of us. Working hard, have families. Some people have 2-3 jobs. Single mothers, single parents. Bring back Richard Daley. There you go. Violet, how you doing? My sister Camilla and I congratulate your new grandbaby. Well, thank you, Violet. I appreciate it very much. We're all busy. We all have the same 24 hours in the same day. And a lot of us have a small circle. If you've got 5 good friends that you can call up in the middle of the night and whatever it is, then you're one lucky person. You can't get that. Sandra, how you doing? Boyd, unqualified ICE. I don't know some of these ICE guys, how they're hired, Boyd. I read some of it like that. Who knows? You're right. Could be maybe they need to do a little bit more research into hiring, maybe. Almost like when somebody goes out and buys a gun, maybe they should do a little bit more research or background checks. So things need to get improved. Robert Provenzano, 15 million in, 15 million out. That's it, guys. If you want to go back to the whole story, why are these people here in the first place? Who brought them into this country? Listen, my parents came into this country. It's a broken record. I'm sure a lot of your parents came in, whether it was to Italy, into New York, or whatever it was, did the paperwork, became a citizen, do what you have to do, get a job, raise a family, do what you're supposed to do. When you try to shortchange and do stuff like that, sorry. And if you got, anyway, it's another story for another day, but good one. Ryan, Minneapolis mayor not doing a job. The mayor's a garbage. I'm sorry. Just when it starts on that learning center where they spelled learning wrong, right there, it's crazy. It's just all bad. So it's just one thing after another. But going back to having 24 hours in the same day, if someone wants to talk to you, they will text you, they will pick up the phone, and they will call you. You keep chasing. Eventually, what's the point? That's the thing. Kathy Splatro, how you doing, my friend from Arizona? Yes, they all have sponsors. Absolutely, they do. Someone's paying them to cause riots. Not the regular protesters, but the ones who have an agenda. Correct. They're paid. They're getting paid big money. All right. So you try to call, you try to make time for everybody. But when you're making the calls all the time and nobody calls you back or no one takes that initiative, it's almost like this. Why? It kind of narrows down your circle. I know everybody's busy, but always a little phone call or a text. Hey man, what's up? Sorry, can't talk to you later. Right. Chris Minardi, how you doing, buddy? Great guitar player in the Chicagoland area. Chris, I hope you're doing well. We got to get you back on the show again, pal. So yeah, it's crazy as it is. It really is nuts out there. Now, here's something I found interesting. Now, I don't think it's got anything to do with how the Super Bowl ended up. We know it's going to be the New England Patriots against the Seattle Seahawks in San Francisco. Warm weather. Normal regular seats are going for like $6,000-$7,000. Like it can go up to $260,000 for better seats. It's crazy. You know, you're going to have Green Day, which I used to like Green Day. Don't care for much anymore. Bad Bunny's going to be on doing his thing. I don't know. The only time I've ever heard of Bad Bunny when I watched wrestling and he actually tried to wrestle or whatever it was. But I'm not a fan of that. I don't remember the last time I watched a halftime, to be totally honest with you. But anyway, here's an interesting fact. And it's nuts. Matthew Stafford, Trump supporter. Sam Donaldson, Trump supporter. Drake May, Trump supporter. Bo Nix, Trump supporter. Caleb Williams, Kamala supporter. What do I know? Only facts there, folks. That's you want to look that up on sportstroll.com. We'll give you more on that. And like I said, guys, I don't care who you support. It is what it is. The one thing that's important to me is trying to make our country better. Now, of course, you got the side that doesn't think Donald Trump is doing a good job. Does he have a loud mouth? Does he say stupid stuff like when he did after the Rob Reiner got shot? That was not necessary. Does he have an ego? Yes. I guess anybody in that particular job would have to have an ego. I don't even know why anybody would want that job, especially with all the money that he has and what he has, you know. The best halftime performance is the commercials. The commercial used to be good. Try. All right, time to change the subject, Archie. You got it, Boyd. Okay, happy Patrice. How are you doing, my dear friend? Former Chicago Honey Bear. But anyway, Super Bowl, I don't know. You guys watched the halftime? I'm going to ask you all. Jeanette, Boyd, Hanging and Banging, Patrice, do you guys actually sit and watch the halftime show? Or do you go make food? Or do you go do something in the house? That's the question for today. Guys that are watching. Ryan, Lewis, anybody that's Jimmy, Hammer, you guys are watching. Who actually, in the last maybe 10 years, have actually watched the halftime? I think the last time I watched the halftime, was it Springsteen maybe? McCartney maybe? Aerosmith maybe? Now this is going back. This is going back years, right? Jimmy says no. Anybody else? How many people watch the halftime show? Who's going to watch the halftime show? And right now, only one response. So I don't know if you're hearing it now, but anyway, yeah, interesting. Who watches that halftime show? I don't know. All right, here we got here, folks. Let's see. This is just one more crazy. And there you go. Thank you, Boyd. It depends on who it is. I agree with you 100%. No, because it hasn't been good, crazy entertainment. Because I accuse Trump mistakes. He does more good than bad. Well, like I said, Jeanette, we're going to fight that forever. Kiss. All right, Kiss. I'd watch it if Kiss was doing the halftime. I was hoping to get, I think the Stones did it too, if I'm correct. Now, Chris Minardi will not watch it. Okay, there you go. So a lot of people get up and do whatever they're going to. Nobody cares about that. Patrice doesn't watch it. I wait for the Dorito and Budweiser commercials. Even the commercials haven't been as good as they have. All right, but here's a story. WGN, Downers Grove Fire Department saved a woman. Well, unfortunately, this guy named Ellis Morales, he was stabbed to death by a 19-year-old kid in a Downers Grove school, stabbing a teacher, a 19-year-old. It is crazy to me, and I mean, how many times we've said this? It is crazy to me that we're looking at stuff and we're saying, oh my, remember when we were like certain topics will come up, we go, oh my God, there's no oh my gods anymore. There's no oh my God, they did that. It's not. It's like, oh, okay, change the channel. After Janet Jackson and went to shit. Okay. Yeah, crazy. Oh, you know the thing, guys, too, what I forgot to mention yesterday, I forgot to mention Tuesday's January 27th birthdays. Birthdays which I forgot yesterday. You know, I do them always at the end of the show, but I ended the show and I forgot to say it. So let me do them real fast. This is for yesterday's birthdays, and we will also do the ones for today at the end of the hour. And then we'll be having my good friend Gina Fazio on in a couple minutes. All right, so Tuesday, January 27th. This was yesterday's birthdays. I forgot to mention Robert Wagner, 96 years old. My buddy Alex Petrovic, I'm pronouncing the name right. Alex, happy birthday out there. Wayne Gretzky, Ellen DeGeneres, Gene Siskel, thumbs up, thumbs down. Paul Newman, Heather Locklear, 64 years old. Aaron Neville, Jay Leno, Tommy Chong, 87 years old. Georgia Sierra, Eli Wallach, what a great actor. Warren Zevon, what a great entertainer. Neil Diamond, 85. Ray Stevens, Sharon Tate, Jimmy Farr. These are birthdays. James Farr from MASH that we missed yesterday. All right, so I'm in for the free food. There you go. Yeah, it's crazy out there, folks. But we're trying to make things better, everybody. So you know what time it is? It's time for the JRC Ace Hardware Minute, and that is our weather, ladies and gentlemen. Our weather for today. Now, obviously, we can always say it's cold out because we know it is. But this is brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Buy local, shop our good friends from Hardware. And the weather for today, for Wednesday. Oops, sorry we lost you there for a second, guys. Moving a little slow today. Let's try this again. The weather, Ace, here it is. Thank you. This is brought to you by the JRC Ace Hardware Stores. The weather for Wednesday, January 28th. It is 7 degrees out there. Feels like -6, 65% humidity, 9-mile-an-hour winds. It is cold and a little sunny out there. So if you're out there, all the workers out there, make sure you bundle up and make sure you keep your animals in. Don't keep them out too long because it's cold. That's brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Store. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace. All right, so let's bring up our guest. She doesn't have a lot of time, so I want to thank her for giving us a couple minutes of her time. So let's see, we get her on here, folks. Let's welcome to you from the Lazy Cloud Bed and Breakfast, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, my good friend Gina Fazio. Gina, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, brother. How are you doing?
Good. I was saying, Gina, how long do you think we've known each other?
Oh, wow. Maybe 28 to 30 years. It's been a long time.
Wow. Yeah, 30 years. I mean, a long time. Started at Jilly's back in the day, and boy, and you've been moving around doing certain things. But what you're talking about right now is something called a Lazy Cloud Bed and Breakfast, which is in Lake Geneva. Also, it's also in Fontana. It's a bed and breakfast, but it's kind of cool. It's like those kind of cool little honeymoon or romantic couples suites. I mean, they've got the indoor jacuzzis, the fireplaces. They got the private bathroom. You get in from the outside. They're kind of very cool. Tell us a little bit about the Lazy Cloud.
Yes, it's very unique themed rooms. We have very unique names to everyone. For instance, my favorite one here in Fontana, where I am today, and that's the bed and breakfast. It's called the Enchanted Tree House. Now, it's built around a tree, and it's gorgeous. Every room stands out on its own. And yes, you got a 2-person jet jacuzzi, fireplace in every suite, refrigerator, coffee, private bathroom, private entrances. Some have private porches and private decks as well.
If I do remember right, when you're in this beautiful jacuzzi, nice fireplace, they bought you some food. They got the complimentary the champagne you're getting. You're saying, right? Is that right? Do you get champagne too?
Yes. When you book with us, you get complimentary chocolates. You get complimentary choice of beverage. You have a choice of white Zinfandel, Chardonnay, champagne, or non-alcoholic seasonal sparkling.
Very, very cool. And if I do remember right, they bring your food. Do you still have like the Will they put it so you don't have to open your door, so you don't have to be bothered? Is there like a little slot that they put the food in, or am I
Well,
crazy?
that is an option. We do have a very hot homemade breakfast. I have a wonderful kitchen staff every morning here at the B&B in Fontana. It's in the lobby, but if a guest requests a breakfast to be delivered to their door, we will do that.
Absolutely. And what kind of food can they get when they order food? You guys make it there, or do you guys order out? How does that work out if they want to order
No,
food?
we have our own kitchen staff. We have our own food, hot sausages, eggs, muffin, whatever you can think of, hash brown, whatever you can think of in a breakfast. We have cereal. We also do gluten free if anyone needs that as well.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's important to know. Okay, so it's more like a romantic getaway, which is very cool.
Yes.
Four couples, and like you were saying before we went live, kids are only allowed if they book a weekend or something for the weddings. Is that right?
Correct. And when there is a wedding, we do many weddings here. We are equipped for 30 to 50 people, small wedding. We have everything here on site for that. When there is a wedding and it's blocked off, definitely kids are welcome. That is not a problem.
But
We do renewals, weddings, birthdays, anniversaries, engagements.
You do everything there, which is cool, guys. It's a lazycloud.com. The number is 262-275-3322. It's great. Now, busy times. What's the busy times? Because I know Lake Geneva gets pretty busy in the summer, but what would you say the busy times and the non-busy times when it comes for the booking of the Lazy Cloud?
I would say the most busiest time, I would say, was March through October. We still do a lot during the winter as well. Like, for instance, this weekend is Winterfest in Lake Geneva, which is a huge deal with the ice sculptures and all the amenities that the local towns are providing for the town and all our guests. So we are almost completely sold out. We only have 5 rooms available at this point.
That's for this
out of
weekend.
both locations.
On both locations. And of course, we know what's coming up, the most romantic day of the year, Valentine's Day, February 14th. I'm sure you guys are pretty booked up. If anybody's interested, is there rooms available at both places, or are they both sold out?
I only have 2 rooms available at this time. I did have 3 before we went live. Now I have 2.
Aha. So there you go. And so you got to love it's. First of all, you're supporting a local establishment. How long has that Lazy Cloud been there, Gina?
Oh, goodness. Okay. This building was built in the 1920s. It used to be a polo lodge / stables. And we have an actual suite that's labeled and named the Hayloft Suite. It was an actual hayloft at one point, and it's so unique and beautiful. It's incredible. With that said, the current owners, Sarah and Andy Rubin, have now owned it for 10 years.
Okay. All right. So I was there right after my divorce, my 3rd divorce. Yes, believe it or not. And me and my wife, Laura, went there, and it was so much fun. And we just made a whole weekend out of it. Now, of course, a lot of places in Lake Geneva during the summer is a 2-night minimum. Is that the same with the Lazy Cloud?
It is, but we will accommodate to one night, depending on the occupancy of the weekend. But we do accommodate, yes.
And you're open 7 days a week. People can come in and get a room Monday, Tuesday.
Yes, 7 days a week, 24/7. No, that's okay. 24/7, 7 days a week. You bet. And you just mentioned Paul Newman's birthday yesterday. Interesting here, in the early 1950s, Paul Newman took care of this property for his room and keep. We have a suite named after him, Paul Newman, and it's beautiful.
Oh my God, that is so cool. Paul Newman actually would have been 101 years old, one of the greatest actors of all time. Plus, he also has the letters, the dressing, and all that stuff, and all the money went to charity. What a great guy! Absolutely. His wife, Jane Woodward, if I've got her name right. Joanne, excuse me. That's good to know also, which is very cool when it comes to these kind of places, which is very nice. Now, price range, where does it start? It can go from where to where. How are we looking when it comes to price way?
We can start our price range at $199 and the highest is $279. We are one of the cheapest in the area. We
And why is
also offer, we want to make it affordable and we love our guests. We have guests that have been staying here. Some guests the whole 10 years Andy and Sarah have owned it, including the previous owners. I mean, we can go, there's guests that have been here over 15 years that continue. Repeat is very important to us.
I agree
We
with
also
you.
offer, this is unheard of too, really. It's 10%, but we offer a 20% military discount always.
For
We
our
also
veterans.
offer another program. We call it the Cloud 9 program. So every 5 stays you stay, your 6th night will be half off. And then once you get that half off, you start a new series. So that's a huge thing to give everyone a break as well.
I mean, that's a great deal, especially for the military, which is nice that we need to take care of the people in the military, the men and
Amen.
women, plus our veterans who fought for our country. It's
Amen.
important. Now, I remember the one in Lake Geneva. How long has the one in Fontana been there?
Both of them have been.
At the
But
same time. Okay.
Lake Geneva, yes, same time. Lake Geneva is
Yeah.
called our Lazy Cloud Inn. We offer snacks. We can accommodate. We have a bunch of extras people can get. We offer a homemade rib picnic to go, appetizer baskets. We offer fireside dessert turtle cheesecakes for 2. We can do cakes, any kind of decorations, flowers, and personalized etched. Yeah, that's the word. Etched champagne flutes. We can do boxes of chocolates, robes, t-shirts, silk rose petals, cheese and crackers, anything anyone wants. I just recently had a guest. He booked a room and his girlfriend just graduated nursing school. So we put together a beautiful little 8-inch cake and put all nurse themed stuff around it for her.
So your theme, and you take care of certain customers if they have something special. This is a place to go, folks. It is the Lazy Cloud Inn or the Lazy Cloud Bed and Breakfast. And it's great choices for you guys to go and get away for romantic couples, for parties, and for weddings, just like Gina said. 262-275-3322 to book a room, or go to lazycloud.com. Maybe ask for Gina. Tell them you heard the show. You heard it on Ocean's Pit. Maybe they'll work out something for you. But in the meantime, Gina, you also work at another place. Go ahead. You also work at another place called Old Settlers. Is that right? In Union Grove,
Yes.
Illinois. What's that about?
Yes. I bartend there. I sling some drinks. Come see me.
Now, is that a regular bar?
Reunions, leagues, and we also have poker tournaments as well.
A lot of good stuff going on in the beautiful state of Wisconsin. That's Union, of course, and then we're talking about Lake Geneva and Fontana. Gina, again, I want to thank you for your time. Guys, it's the Lazy Cloud Bed and Breakfast or the Lazy Cloud Inn. The Bed and Breakfast is in Fontana. The inn is in Lake Geneva. Go to lazycloud.com, or better yet, pick up the phone and call Gina at 262-275-3322 and mention Tony Ocean's Pit. Maybe you'll get a little deal there. Yeah, is it near the racetrack, right? Where they used to have the Union Grove racetrack? Remember they used to have, is that the bar?
Yes.
Is it near the racetrack?
Yes.
Yeah. Now we're
Yes,
going
and
back.
I wanted you to know for Lazy Cloud, all new guests get 10% off.
There you go, folks. All new guests get 10% off. That's the lazycloud.com. Lazy Cloud Inn in Lake Geneva, Lazy Cloud Bed and Breakfast in Fontana. Gina, the best. Keep doing what you're doing, my dear. And it's always great to hear from you. Hopefully, we'll see you in the summer. We got a lot of shows coming up this summer up in Lake Geneva. So I hope to see you there. Okay, my dear?
You definitely will see me there. Love you. God bless.
Thank you. God bless you, honey. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Gina Fazio from the beautiful Lazy Cloud in Lake Geneva, and of course the Lazy Cloud Bed and Breakfast in Fontana, Wisconsin. Get out there this weekend, man. They got the ice Winterfest, all the ice sculptures, a lot of good stuff happening over there in lovely Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Great place to be, folks. Check it out, the wonderful Lazy Cloud Inn. Tomorrow's Toxic Thursday with Carol Brandolino and Laura. My wife, Laura, will look like she'll make a little appearance, so that'll be cool. Friday, direct from Los Angeles, California, Nick Sahajas and Phyllis Sahajas, of course, live from the Grammy Awards. Nick is a voting member, so it's going to be kind of cool to see how that all came about and what's it consist of, and it should be a lot of fun. Isn't it crazy? Tonight is Rosario's, folks, in Roselle. We're going to try to do some stories here because we got about 10 minutes left, and I've got so much stuff backed up on this phone. How I get my stories, stuff that you guys send me or stuff that I see on social media, I'll screenshot it and I will write it down so I have the information, and I can try to tell you. That's how I get some of these stories and some of these. Let's see. I love this one. Studies find that friends who insult each other are more loyal and honest. You have to admit that breaking your friends' balls or giving your friends a little hard time, a little digs here and there, that, you know what that is? That's called love. That shows affection to your friends. And I think it's important. We've got our buddies and our crew. We just rip on each other all the time. It's love. And I really do believe that you're more loyal and you're more honest when you guys can keep doing that to each other. It's kind of fun. Keep that going. Keep that fun going in your friendships and stuff. I think I'll book a weekend at the Lazy Cloud in the spring. You got to do it, Ronnie B. If you book a flight at listen to this, folks. Booking flights, going on vacation. This is something I never knew. Oh my God, I never knew this. If you book a flight at 2:30 a.m. in the morning, you can pay up to 60% less for the exact same ticket. And yes, it works. So a lot of people get up in the morning and they'll book a flight, whatever it is. Do it in the middle of the night. Set your clock, get up at like 2 or 3 in the morning and look at the prices. They're different. 60% in some of these flights. Pretty interesting stuff here. All right. What do we got here? A man in China introduced husband storage pods where wives can leave their husbands to play video games while they shop. So you go with your wife shopping and she goes her stuff, and you can, if you're into video games. But if you're not, I don't know what else is in this pod. I don't know how many people. I'm wondering exactly how many men still go shopping with their wives. A lot of people I know are online buying stuff. A lot of people I know don't even go to the malls anymore. I try not to, but I have to because I have to try on my clothes. I tried buying stuff online. If you get some certain stuff, I don't know where parts of the country they're from. The shirt says it's extra large or double X, but your sleeve is this real short. So pods, you can't bust balls with your friends. Right, exactly. Good one there, Raffaello. So husband storage pods. I was at Barnes & Noble. I don't even know if I should do this one, but why not? Why not? Why break the tradition? I was at Barnes & Noble earlier, and I asked the clerk if they had the new Donald Trump's new book on how to deport illegal immigrants. She immediately snaps and says, "You get out of my store." Or she said, "Get the F out." I go, "Yeah, that's one. That's the one. Do they have it in paperback?" Oh, come on. You have to admit that's funny, folks. That's funny. Thank you, Mark from Hillside, sending that in. All right. Now, I think we already went through this comic before about when you're dating somebody and you have different views and stuff. How about this? Okay. Tom Cruise, whether you like him or not, Tom Cruise was the highest paid actor in 2025, earning a salary of over $150 million. Tom Cruise. Not that big of a fan. I've watched a few of his movies. Here we go. According to WVUE Fox, 8 o'clock in the morning, Tyler Perry being sued again by another actor accusing him of sexual assault. Oh, man, it just doesn't get any better. Song Blue. I've not seen the movie yet. A lot of people are raving about this movie. Basically, it's based on a story about a tribute band or a tribute act, right? Neil Diamond, whatever. Song Blue is based on a real-life Milwaukee couple, Mike and Claire Sardinia. It's a true story, and I'm going to see it. At first, I thought it was a story of Neil Diamond. Not interested. A couple of Neil Diamond songs I like, but not overall, I wasn't a fan. So I thought it was maybe one of those documentaries on Neil Diamond. But what I like this is a story about a tribute act. Shit, Ocean's Rat Pack, Dream Police, so it's kind of cool, and it's based on a true story. So check it out, Song Blue. I did not realize they were from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, though. All right. The average new car payment has reached a high of $748 per month, while the average used car payment is $532 per month. Wow. I lease every 3 years my Cadillac, and it's there. It's to that point. I mean, I'm paying like $650 for my lease. Great thing about leasing is I can get a new car every 3 years. But boy, $748 a month. I mean, car payments are just going off the roof with these taxes and stuff. It's just crazy. Tequila. They say tequila is the best liquor for you to drink. It's better for you, I guess. Better than vodka. I mean, of course, alcohol is not good for you, but tequila, if you're going to have hard liquor, they say is the best. I can't taste tequila. I'm not a fan of it. Maybe I should give it another shot, but tequila is made. Cactus is a vegetable. Tequila is a salad. Very interesting. Erica, I hope you're doing well. Here you go. The worst prison in the world is home without peace. Careful you marry or fall with. Wow. I learned the truth slowly. Feel heavy inside. Peace is missing. Even silence becomes loud, and every day feels longer than it should. Got to be horrible. That was sent, of course, Johnny Depp making another one of those comments. That was one of his quotes. Yeah, it's got to be difficult, folks, in any relationship. So hopefully there's peace in everyone's relationship. Okay. Brentwood Bill used to be on Mancow's show. Good guy. If Muslims hate pork, beer, dogs, bikinis, Jesus, and freedom of speech, my question is, why the hell did they come to America in the first place? Oh, thank you, Bill. You like some of these, huh? Dear liver, this month is rough, but it's almost over. Stay strong. Christina Sussman always comes up with some good quotes. Love this. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, we'll skip that one. Mountain Dew was originally made to be mixed with whiskey. I'm not a Mountain Dew guy. I went to Squirt, or that's what I liked. Mountain Dew is a little too fruity for me. But Tennessee bottlers Barney and Allie Hartman developed Mountain Dew as a mixer in 1940. Soft drinks were sold regionally in the 1930s, and the Hartmans had difficulty in Knoxville obtaining their preferred soda mix with liquor, preferably with whiskey. So the two developed their own Mountain Dew. People drink it with hard booze if you're a Mountain Dew guy. Louis Vuitton. Oh, my God. Now, you know, guys, we have dogs, and we love our dogs. And they are family. We all know that. This could be pets. This could be cats, too. Or just pets in general. Now, there's some there's some families, owners of pet dogs, that they dress them up and they make them feel like they're actually a little child. Well, they are in some way, but some people go over the top. Look at this. This is a Louis Vuitton, dropped a new Louis Vuitton bag. Has released 13 by 15 by 28, 3 inches long, double XL dog bag, crafted with monogram, canvas, cowhide leather, trim, and handles to carry your dog when you take it somewhere. $18,500, folks, for the Louis Vuitton dog bag. Okay, there you go. Boy, spending that money. Let's see. This is coming from OneAmericaNewsNetwork.com. A Florida man has killed his wife and shot his 13-year-old stepdaughter in the face before taking his own life following an argument over football. Drunken man. Idiot. Complete idiocy. It's like, right? The stories are just like, you look at it now, it's like, it's just crazy. There's no more, oh my God. This is ChicagoBearsFans.com. Rest in peace, 16-year-old Brian Moss. Brian served the Chicago Bears ball boy, for the last 5 seasons. Was an all-star football player himself with a bright future. Brian tragically passed away on Christmas. This is an old story, in a car accident. Condolences to the Moss family. Wow, I kind of figured. I know there was Bad Boys, and I know you see people that give the footballs, but hearing 5 seasons, he's passed away. Horrible. Very sad story. Okay, this is Facts18.com. We need a 4-day work week, 32 hours a week with livable wages. There's no reason that people need to be working this much. People need time off to rest and spend time with family and friends. Do we not all agree on that? Now, 10-hour days. When I used to work at Ganella Baking Company with my dad in Schaumburg before I became Tony Ocean. And I used to work 10:30 at night to 7 in the morning. But I did, or 10 to 9. I did 10 hours a day, and I was off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So working those 10 hours a day. So we need 4-day work week, 32 hours. I think things need to change, especially, some people are working from home. Some of these stories are a little old, and some of this stuff. Tomorrow we'll have some other great stories, of course, with Toxic Thursday. Carol Bandolino's back. Chicago raises property taxes up to 133% in Native and African-American neighborhoods. Even Google. Chicagoans, please take back our city. Don't care for the mayor. Don't care for the governor. You know my story on that is what it is. And one last thing I want to say to you guys, 71% of people have loaned money to their friends and they were never repaid. I'm asking you people that are watching right now, hanging and banging, Francine, Ronnie, James, Boyd, Violet, Ryan, have you ever borrowed money to people that have not got paid back? 71% of people have loaned money to their friends who never repaid them. More than 50% of people say they lost a friend over money, usually from unpaid loans. According to Bank of America, Friends Again report. 71 say they lent cash and never got it back, with most saying $500 or less is enough to ruin a relationship. Millennials are hit hardest and often avoid asking to be repaid out of awkwardness or fear or tension. It's not just dollars, it's about trust, respect, and setting boundaries. Wow. Ask yourself, do you still have friends that still owe you money? My dad, man, and many uncles and cousins for bread. Oh, yeah, we used to have fresh bread all the time. Liberals support open borders, but gated communities. Hanging and banging. Mr. Melchiotti, how you doing, my friend? Not even a simple thank you. John Grizzly. Anthony Melchiotti, a great musician with Billy and the Vincent Saints. We got a show coming up in Rockford for Cheap Trick Day with me, the Dream Police, and Anthony with Billy and the Vincent Saints. Of course, we posted a video a couple of days ago that Anthony found our old appearance on Star Search with our band Big Bang Rodeo in 1989. It's over 4,000 views already from what I posted on my page with Ed McMahon. Lost by a quarter of a point. Anthony, people said we were robbed. I think we were robbed too. But if you look at it, they've won so many weeks. I guess they probably is coming to the end of the season. So why bring in another winner? But anyway, just be proud to be part of it. And Anthony, thank you for finding that. And happy belated birthday to your brother, Ronnie, Ron Melchiotti up there, buddy. Happy birthday, Ron. It was a couple days ago. All right, guys. So a couple other things. Rosario's tonight. Big Positano's on Thursday. Friday, Chicago Prime. Saturday, Big Sammy's in Plainfield. Here's what we got coming up. We got 3 new venues. February 7th will be at Gusto's in Glenview, a new Italian restaurant. My good buddy Jimmy Place, his family just reopened it. We're going to be there Saturday, February 7th. We'll be at the Chez Paul Hotel in Arlington Heights, rooftop. Of course, it won't be open, but we'll be up there, up on the 3rd floor. Beautiful place on Arlington Heights. We played there once already. That's the 12th of February. On the 21st, returning to Taverna on Division with Greg. On the 14th, Ocean's Rat Pack Impact Fuel Room in Libertyville is sold out. It's going to be Ocean's Rat Pack backed up by a big band, the Main Event Band, so it's a lot of fun for Valentine's Day. On the 28th, we'll be going to Rookie Hoffman Estates, a brand new place. Tony Toto, Mikey D, and Bob Pucci on guitar, great guitar player. On March 7th, we'll be going to Johnny Cabs for the very first time in Burr Ridge with the Main Event Band and Lisa P. And March 21st will be at 218 Distillery in Highwood, another great place to make their own booze. Jerry Lynn, how are you doing? You have a warm day. I'm going to reach out to your friend, get her on the show. So thank you for that. Robbed, but we played the main stage at Disney. Yeah, that was a lot of fun too. A lot of fun that was. So that's our shows coming up there, stuff. We have birthdays now. Birthdays now for Wednesday, January 28th. President Donald Trump, 78 years old. Susie Quattro, 75 years old. Tony Braxton, 58. Ellen Alda, MASH, 90. Marissa Tomei, my cousin, Vinny. Oh, yeah. Donna Reed, his father knows best. Let's see. Billy Hayes, Witchy Poo, HR Puffin stuff. Boy, we showing our age, celebrating a birthday. Diane Cannon, 89 years old. Bridget Fonda, 62. Mariska, I can't even pronounce her name, but she's on one of those police shows. Happy birthday. Ernie Borgnine, celebrating a birthday. Larry Wilcox from Chips, 80 years old. Ron Howard, Opie. Cunningham, 82 years old. Happy birthday, people. And sometimes I wonder if the people who talk bad thoughts about me, I wonder if they ever see the cars. But Dino Manzella, great interview. Guys, it has come to the end of the hour. I want to thank my good friend Gina Fazio from the Lazy Cloud, Lake Geneva, and the Lazy Cloud Bed and Breakfast.com. Get you out the beautiful little getaway for couples. And so make sure you check it out. Mention Tony O and Ocean's Pit, and maybe Gina will give you a little discount. First time people going there get 10% anyway. So very, very cool. Thank you, Gina Fazio, for that. Guys, it's coming to the end. We are at the end, and you know what that means? It means it is time for our sponsor again. Don't forget, First Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Danny Mazzi, buy local, shop local. Again, our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Hey, save on all the supplies you need for your next paint project. Buy one, get 150% off on Clark and Kensington or Royal Paint. Select Ace paint kits, including tray, brush, rollers, and select Frog Painter's Tape. See the in-store ad for a coupon of 25% off of one regular price item under $50 or $12.50 off any item over $50. You got it, folks. That's our good friends from Ace Hardware. And don't forget, folks, one item only, World Birdseed. two 20-pound bags for $16. That's February 13th to February 16th. Take care of those birds. Take care of the green grass where Miracle Grow and everything you need for your home. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Guys, tomorrow, Toxic Thursday with Carol Brandolino and my lovely wife, Laura, will be making an appearance. Friday, Nick and Phyllis Sahajas live from Los Angeles at the Grammy Awards because Nick is a voting member. So that's going to be very cool. Guys, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment, be kind to one another. And if you're offended with anything I say on this show or anything you hear on any other show, change the channel. But remember, just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Most important, be kind to one another, respect one another, love one another. It's a crazy world. Again, say hello to our grandson, our new grandson, Dominic Vincent Carrara, who's coming home with Tony and Ange. So very cool. Anyway, guys, Ringo Starr says peace and love. And we wish you all have an incredible day. Stay warm. See you at Rosario's tonight, 7:30 in Roselle. Nick Sahajas, the piano man, is going to take us out. Have a great day, everybody. Goodbye.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
God bless you, everybody. Peace and love. Have a great day.